is the Blitz here on 1250 ESPN San Antonio, 94.5 FM. If you're on the go, ESPNSA.com is the place to be. Find yourself a device, gather around it, and get hungry. It is time for our weekly Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rind Cooking episode. We'd like to welcome on a brand new guest. His name is Donn Paul. We're getting all the things put together. Donn, can you hear me?
Good. Do I sound like I love pork rinds?
Can't hear us. Donna, if you have the opportunity, I want you to get on the phone lines and we'll see if we can get going. But we're going to get this going. What we do every week is we've partnered with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. And part of my ongoing effort to lose weight, part of my work with the Institute for Functional Health is a keto-friendly diet. So the pork rinds from Southern Recipe Small Batch we have found over the last 6 to 8 months can be used in a whole bunch of fabulous different ways. Well, above just sitting and eating the best pork rinds you can eat, the healthiest together. So, Donn, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me? Do I sound all right? Is that better? Am I still muted?
I don't hear him. So again, we're it's live radio. Sometimes that kind of happens.
Well,
when
today
it's there.
we're cooking some guac. Right, we're doing some guac fries.
Some guac fries. And again, you go to southernrecipesmallbatch.com or porkrindrecipes.com, and there are so many great keto-friendly recipes using Southern Recipe Small Batch pork rinds to create just incredible food. I mean, the amount of recipes that we've done on this show that we have come back and that I have personally done, it really is incredible what you can do with pork rinds.
Well,
I think we might have Donn up. We are putting it. We are putting it together.
Well, put it in. Can you
It
hear
looks so fantastic too.
How's it? You can hear me, but you can't hear me.
We can hear you. It's amazing how we can ultimately make this all work.
All right. So do we?
You hit it hard enough on the computer, it'll work. I think that's what it is.
Perfect. Before we get started with the recipe, we haven't had you on the show before. You're set up in there, and you've got a framed basketball jersey behind you. What's the story behind the framed jersey behind you? Behind you.
I tell people I went to Trent State, like basketball. My wife found. And she framed it for me. So nothing exciting. But behind me, I did like the Super Bowl tickets. Those are all Super Bowl tickets that are framed up all the way up to the 2013 game. So that's pretty neat.
I think Minnix has seen a few of those games. So, Donn, you're joining us today, and one of the great things that we do with the Southern Recipe is we take a great ingredient like the pork rind that is already made as healthy as possible, upmarket, niche, great pork rinds, and repurpose them, put them in recipes to keep them, healthy, to make them keto friendly, but also to add the kind of flavor that only a pork rind can put together. And this week we've combined that with guacamole. Sounds like we got something working.
Well, you know what? we call it our guac fries, but avocado is, filled with good fat, they say, which means that it helps to lower your blood. So that's a wonderful thing. Now, we're going to start off with crushing up. I'm going to use the pineapple ancho chili because it's nice, little sweet, and has some good heat. When you crush them up, you can crush them up as fine as you want. And the beauty is now it's very simple. You're going to turn around, take the avocado, you're going to slice it into nice little pieces. You're going to dip it in 4 eggs. You're just going to mix that up, and you're going to dip this in, and you're going to air fry it. Now, the beauty is that air frying, you don't have to use the oven. You don't have to heat up the oven. Air fryer keeps it all condensed and everything. But you get this great, crunchy avocado, but it's breaded with our great pork rinds. And then you said it, pork rinds are keto friendly. They're gluten free. So if you have somebody who says, "Hey, I'm gluten free and I can't use any breading," you're going to use crushed pork rinds. Now, if you want to step it up, you want to use something different, we have our sea salt and cracked black pepper. Now, if you want to add a little bit more, I add about 2 tablespoons of cilantro, dried cilantro, and 2 tablespoons of garlic pepper, 2 tablespoons of onion pepper, and again, you're going to mix it into the pork rinds, and again, you're just going to kind of batter those up with pork rinds, air fry, 350 degrees for about 10 minutes, and it's fantastic. It's great, and it's easy and simple. That's the big thing about any recipe. You got to make it easy. Get the snacks back out so you can go up in front of the game, watch the game and not blow any time. That's for sure.
Well, I'm excited to have another item that I might be able to try in the air fryer. Like many, it was a pandemic purchase, and outside of curly fries, I haven't figured out how to do anything proper yet. I brewed a lot of good stuff inside of that air fryer.
But you know what? It is. And my problem with air fryers, I'm traditional. I like to burn things in the oven traditionally. And air fryers really hard to do that. Okay. So, but I just did some fried chicken. Again, breaded in an air fryer. It takes a little longer than 10 minutes, but it's kind of neat to use that air fryer because you don't get the oils, you don't get all that drippings, but it's a nice.
We're tailgating with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, joined by Donn Paul. You brought up something, Donn, with the avocado themselves after you've deep fried it. Recommend a dipping sauce with that might be appropriate?
Yeah. Now, if you're going to want to obviously not use mayonnaise, but if it doesn't matter. You're going to use mayonnaise, just a cup of mayonnaise, and just about a third cup of sriracha. Very simple. You just mix it up, and you have a quick dip that has a little heat to it. And that's what I like. I like doing this real simple. You grab the mayonnaise, and there's keto mayonnaise, so that's always going to flow right. But real simple. You whip it up, and then you get out. The other thing I like to do too, if you like a barbecue sauce, I like to use the basic barbecue sauce, no name barbecue sauce, but I add things to it. I add cayenne pepper. I add some garlic. Maybe a little bit of smoke, things like that to make it my own. And your listeners are like, yeah, that's what I do. But I like doing it quick though. You throw it and you get it together. Make your snacks and your dips and everything easy. Because then, you can make more of them, I guess.
We're joined by Donn Paul of Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. Head over to HEB, grab those pork rinds. Knowing when you get them, you can use them a lot of different ways. Donn, you just brought up something about doing chicken in the air fryer. What do you use as a binder for the pork rinds that you've crushed and used as the batter before you put the chicken into the air fryer?
I've done it two ways. I've done the just eggs, and I dipped it in eggs. But today, it was thighs, so a little juicier. I didn't use any. I just took the thighs and shake and bake. The old shake and bake, threw it in a plastic bag. Shake it, and that was it. Very simple. That's it. Use it.
Awesome. Donn Paul, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. You can get them at HEB near you, porkrindrecipes.com. Donn, always a fun segment. Hopefully we can work out the bugs next time.
We'll get that, but go cook it, man. It's at porkrinds.com. All the recipes there. Head over to HEB. Grab your Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. It ain't your mama's pork rinds. They're good all the way around. Donn, thanks for the knowledge, man. We look forward to having you next week.